last day of additive code. I'm super excited for it. A9 has promised me that something special is in store, that part 2 gave him a special trouble, so we'll see how that goes. So I figured with a little bit of time, but not the full hour that I thought I'd need, I'd debug what happened and what went wrong last night. So last night, the problem is that I was generating solutions that had the correct numerical sum of x, y, and z coordinates, but that didn't actually have the correct number of drones that were in range of it. However, it turns out that the reason for that is if you think about the shape of a drone's range, because it's using Manhattan distance, it's not a sphere, it's an octahedron. So it has 8 faces, it has 6 vertices, and it has 12 edges. So if you think about each of the edges of a octahedron in the XYZ plane is essentially going to have the possibility of being along exactly 2 of the axes. One of the axes is held constant, the other one changes. And specifically the way in which the other 2 axes change is it's either +1 +1, or -1 -1, or +1 -1, or -1 +1, right? That's kind of how you get all the directions that you can go starting from a given vertex in order to reach the other edges, or in order to reach the other vertices of the octahedron along the edge. So this partial solution that I had found on the previous night turns out to be along the edge of one octahedron. So if you move off of the edge, you're going to lose contact with that octahedron. So that would be bad. So you have to go exactly along that edge until you find a higher maxima. So that's what I did with the code that I changed. So I'll first show you what happens when we run it, and then we can go through it and look at the diff of what we had to do. So if I run it on day 23, we're going to have to turn on verbose. Right. So we had the same situation as similar to last night, except for instead of clamping and saying I'm only going to look at the top 5 things to iterate upon that are as close to me as possible, so I have to move the minimum distance towards the other octahedron's area. Instead, I'm looking at all of them and just relying on sorting to give me the result that I want. And that gets me to a value, which to 2 potential values, each of which is has 946 drones that are in range of it. However, if I take each of these things, you'll notice that, first of all, that they're essentially off by 2 from each other, that the y coordinate is the same, the x and z coordinates are each off by 2. They both add up to the same value and add up to the final answer, as it turns out. But what I can do is I can start walking in each of the 12 different directions and see which causes the number of drones that are in range to increase rather than decrease. And it turns out that if you walk in the z increasing and y decreasing direction for about for about 1 million steps, you actually wind up getting to another. You wind up not having any octahedra drop off, but you start accumulating more and more octahedra that are overlapping and in range, until you get, instead of 946 in range, you actually wind up getting 977 in range. And it turns out that if you start from the same point from the other point, it also reaches that same point. So we actually have a solution that has the exact same sum, but that has many more drones that are in range. So that's where we would want to be standing if we wanted to maximize the odds that we get teleported successfully. And if we look at the code for how this works, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you what happens when it runs on some of my friends' inputs that I collected in order to debug what was going on. So if we look at day 23 go, the changes that I made, as I said before, so I left most of this alone. The only thing that I did was high score -2. I think I can actually change this to say just high score. Let's see. I think that that'll still generate the same results, won't it? Yep, that does. Just run it on my friend's input. Yep, that looks correct. Let's run it on my other friend's input. Yep, that looks correct. Okay, so that was another bug. Okay. So anyways, where were we? So our basic algorithm here is that we start off keeping track of seeding our work list with the drones that are already present, starting from every drone's location, and sorting them by the number of drones that have range to it. And then we start. We take each item, and we first do a quality sort just to give the highest quality things first. And if we've seen the location, we don't process it again, so we terminate. And we look and we say, okay, if for each drone, if it's in range, then we don't need to get any closer. But if the drone is not in range, we compute what happens if we walk close enough to that other drone to just be within range of it. And then we append it as a candidate. And if it turns out that that our current location is not close enough to enough drones, then we don't bother with it. Otherwise, we keep track of the most drones that have been in range, and then we do a sort by the by the distance we had to travel to get in range, and then we append it to the work list. So that's enough to get started. And then the cool thing that we do is we can then go through and after we've iterated through and repeatedly processed and kept on iterating until there are no further changes, that nothing else winds up being getting you into range of more drones just by skipping closer to another drone, then we can go ahead and say, okay, I think I'm probably close enough. I just have to walk along one of those edges in order to get there. Oh, day 24 is open. So anyways, that's what I did, and that works. So let's read day 24's puzzle now. We're back at the old man's cottage. So the immune system and the infection fight each other. Alright, so this is kind of like D&D. Okay. If a group's power lowers to 0, then it gets removed from combat. Oh, this is kind of like playing Magic. Yeah, this is exactly like playing Magic. Okay, cool. It's like a crossover between Magic and D&D. That's awesome. Also, thanks. I'm glad you like the snow leopard outfit. Also, hump. Okay. After a given fight is over, All right. Cool. All right, I think I know how to do it. All right. All right. How do we parse this? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Definitely gonna need that. Definitely going to need yeah, we'll leave it like that for now. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Hi, binary vixen. I see you're clipping me, humping my tail. Okay. Okay. So let's see. Side is going to be L. Oops. Cool. All right. Let's see. I'm probably not going to place on the leaderboard today, but that's fine. I don't really care about placing on the leaderboard. What I care about is completing within 90 minutes, so that I get to go to bed on a reasonable schedule. Okay, so it's got this is not going to be super memory intensive, so I can safely repeatedly store these strings instead of trying to bitmap it, so I'm not super worried about that. Okay, that should do it. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. Cool. That looks good. Great. So otherwise, we have we need strings as well. I'm not going to bother parsing with regexes. It turns out to be easier to parse without regexes. So let's see. Not like that. Okay. So let's see. Okay. All right. So now, let's see. Actually, I can safely parse the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts. Okay. Units each with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. All right. So now, wait. No, it's not 5. That's going to be 7. Let me just double check this works as intended. Let's just double check this works as intended. When I split into 2, it gives A, B, C. Yep, that's right. Okay. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Okay. Okay. And because parsed is a string array, this is safe to do. Okay, that should do it. Right. And then we need and then I'll just print that to make sure that the readout is correct. I prefer that if people point out bugs that they're only minor bugs. I would prefer that major bugs be left for me to discover. Thank you for asking. Hey, Blargle. It's good to see you. Oh. Wait, with an... You sure? That seems to match everything to me. Okay. All right. Oh. Got it. Got it, got it. Thank you. All right. Every attack has a specific kind of damage. Yes. Okay. Right. All right. All right. Hit points. Okay, yeah, in that case, that needs to do that. Let's see. All right. That might need a little bit of massaging, but we'll take care of it. Right. Alright, something like that should do it. Let me just print that for 1 second and make sure that works. Line 57. What did I do wrong here? Oh, whoops. see. Count per unit HP weaknesses. I'm just going to copy this real fast so I have it handy. And I'll delete it when I'm done. So let's see. Count HP. Double check that works. Oh, whoops. Line 53 is out of range. All right, let's see. What's going on here? Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, whoops. There we go. All right, line 45, what's going on here? Weak to cold. Line 45. Oh, I see. What? Oh, I see. There we go. Cool. Great. Right. Oops. Right, that works. All right. So let's see. Right, so first let's split it by that. And the other thing I want to do is really quickly just make sure that makes sense and doesn't have any trailing things. All right. All right, that looks good. All right, does that look good? Yep. Perfect. Good. All right. Cool. Wait, oh. Wait, that's not right. Why did that not work? Oh, we have a problem. Yeah, we have a problem. Let's have a look at this. No, that looks fine. I know what I did wrong. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Here, let's just try this to double check. Yeah, that looks fine now. Okay, good. Excellent. Into radiation. Weak to fire. Okay, good. Wait. Oh, no. It can be comma? Oh, no, it can't. No. Into radiation, bludgeoning, semicolon, weak to. Okay, that's fine. Just double check. Yep. Yeah, that's okay. Great. Okay. Right. Alright, my variable names were crappy and I know that. Okay. Cool. All right. Okay. Okay. Fine. All right. Okay. All right. I think that works. It's now immune weak. Make sure I got the order correct. No, weakness, immunities. All right, let's have a look. What did I mess up here? Must have been something I added here. No. Really? Where did I mess it up? Comma or bracket. Okay, so I have a mismatched number of brackets. Okay, that looks fine. That looks okay. Does that have something that lines up? Crap. That looks fine. Oh, there. That's my problem. Cool. All right, let's see. So, just print each group as we go. All right, so we have 3020, 3290, no weaknesses, radiation 10 damage at initiative 16. Great, 528, yep, 113 fire damage 9, weak to radiation, yep, immune to cold, wait, no, immune to nothing, deals cold, yep, fire and radiation, yep. Alright, cold slashing, bludgeoning. Yep, okay. I trust that this parsing code worked correctly. Great, now let's simulate. Okay. So, actually, I don't want to keep track per side. What I want to do is keep it this way. What happens if two things have the same initiative? I don't think they do have the same initiative. Yeah, I think everything has a... Okay. Yep, okay. So I'm not going to sort this way. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Let me see. Guess I can count down the initiatives. If there's no item there, then there's no item there. Okay. Fair enough. So let's write our inner simulation loop. Assuming there's no negative inits, which seems like a reasonable assumption. All right, so how do I pick who I select to attack? Decreasing order of effective power, groups choose their target. Ah. All right. Fine. Target selection to which it would deal the most damage. Okay, that's fine. Oh, but my power is going to constantly be changing. Fine. Okay. Fine. In that case, this data structure is in fact broken. I needed the original data structure. Annoying. This will teach me to read the problem carefully. Right, fine. So that stays the same. It's annoying how I'm redoing all of that work, but that's fine. All right, so let's redo it. All right. Okay. All right, now where were we? Have I really wasted 40 minutes on doing this parsing? This is really annoying. I bet people have already beaten it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. see. Okay, that's fine. Defending groups can only be chosen as a target by one attacking group. Wait, is that... Because sort takes a specific kind of API. I'll show you. Actually, I can probably... No, this is cleaner right this way. Okay. Look at the overview to double check. Yep. Okay. And I want to sort from by greatest to least, so I do that. Otherwise, sort by init order. What's the power? Number of groups. Yep. Okay. Seems fine. All right. Largest effective power. Okay. Fine. All right. Cool. So now what are we gonna do? All right. Let's see. Take all that damage? Yeah, I did. Let's see. Large effective power. Choose their targets. All right. All right. All right. Not accounting for if the defending group has enough units to receive all of the damage. Okay. Doubles the damage. All right. So that's fine. Okay. Right. Cool. All right. Right. That makes sense. Do it. Now, oh, well, we know what the total damage is going to be. Okay, fine. We don't actually need that, now that I've seen that. Okay. Actually, we might need it, but later. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay. Right. Keep on refactoring as I go. Now, let's see, that's the for loop that adds the potential targets. Now, excellent. The other factor here is we need to consider if the enemy unit is killed. Okay, cool. do it. Cool. Let's just make sure that this works. Make sure that that's correct. By turn order. Oh. There we go. Map can only be compared to nil. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Inefficient, but we're not doing it very many times, so I don't really care. Oh, nice. I caught an error here while I was here. Okay. Actually, let's go ahead and extract this code. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. Right. Cool. Immune. Right. All right. Cool. All right, so we should be able to attack something, so clearly something has gone wrong here. Okay. Let me just make sure competence is filled in. Okay, that works. Okay, that works. All right. Total DMG. Yep, that seems fine. No, we never get here. Why do we never get here? Highest damage is 0. Let's see what happens here. We never even reach here. Why do we never even reach here? Do we reach here? No? Alright. Oh, my side detection is wrong. Does that work? No, that's fine. Huh. Let's see, why does that not work? Infection, immune system, that works fine. Okay. So... why is this skipping? Just check. Does that work? Yeah, that works. Oh. Not in range potential targets. This is in range turn order. Combatants. That's why. Okay. There. Much better. Now I've picked who everyone is attacking. Except for the damage records are not correct now. Do it. Yep, that looks good. Okay. Secures being attacked by 0-1 groups. Great. Okay. Alright. Now... Right. 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 For dead. Oh, whoops. The power is the number of units multiplied by attack damage, right? All right. Cool. All right. I called that field per unit HP. All right. 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 Loses whole units. All units still contain armies. A new fight begins. Otherwise... Right. Okay. Oops. Target. All right. Oh. I do need them by initiative. Okay. Fine. read the simple input first. This should definitely finish. So why are we not getting to the bottom of this? Oh, whoops. Oh. Got it. That's still infinite loops. Where do we get? Oh, I minus. There we go. Why would rect target ever be nil? That should always be set to something, so something's fishy here. And 182 is here. That's very strange. Okay. T per unit HP. Yep. Where do I initialize the damage record? That's here. Let's see this. Does that work? No. So that's never set to nil. Okay. Is that ever nil? That's so weird. No idea what's setting that to nil. Oh, I see. Right. That's why we wanted this to be a map. So we could check for the nil case. Right, okay. Got it. So I have nothing to target, then yep, of course. Great. Now I believe that. Okay. Okay. I don't actually care about that. Right, okay. Yep. Oh, it's the number of units that are still alive. Okay. Let's run it on the simple input. Uh, 52, 15. Why do you think it winds up with 52, 16 alive? Okay, that's probably a minor problem. Okay, we may have to simulate turn by turn to find out what I did wrong. I'm annoyed it took me this long. It should not have taken this long. Alright, well, let's see. Let's find out which of these I'm wrong on. So I accidentally took too many off of okay, one of these bacteria remains alive for longer than it ought to be. Okay, let's see. Deals damage to the target selected. Decreasing order of initiative. Confident I did that correctly. All right, let's test this. See this, so let's compare. We killed 84, 4, 51, 7, 51, 17, not 13. Faction group 1. Attacks defending group 1. Victory radiation and bludgeoning. Why do I think that it's... That's wrong. See. So group 1 yeah, that seems like a bug. All right. How did I go wrong here? In round 1, I'm evaluating infection, group 1, attacks defending group 1. Let's see. Unit at initiative 1. Yep. Attacks unit at initiative 2. Yep. To radiation and bludgeoning. That deals bludgeoning damage. Defending group is weak to their defending group. Attacking group's attack type takes double damage. Is there a problem? Let's see. So... see. Oh, I have to recompute because I might have lost units. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Wait. Okay, so I've got 2 bugs. One bug is I should not be caching that. The second bug is... I should not be caching it, that's fine. Let's just reduce it to 0 to make it easier. Fine, we'll do that, and then... we'll compute this. Just need that now. All right. $52, 16 alive. That looks correct now. Okay. So I think that should be okay. That's correct. How's that rank 168? I don't understand that. That should not be the case. Okay. Part 2. More milk and cookies. Boost each attack damage. Smallest boost. Yep, okay. Fine. really don't want to reparse the whole file. I will, but I will. Fine. Fine. I'll solve this for the sake of... Right. Whoops. What the hell? That's not supposed to happen. Why is that running infinitely? I'm really curious about that. That's not supposed to happen. Oh. What? That's so weird. Oh, wait. They can't find anything to attack. Why can't they find anything to attack? If they can't find anything to attack, it's because it's immune. Fascinating. Okay. Right. If no attacks happen, then we know that we can't do anything. Right. Let's try 6221. That's the correct answer. Okay. Great. Now we can binary search this properly. But that is success. All right, so let's just fix up this code. All right. All right. That's fine. All right. Yep, I did enjoy parsing the game. A9, I'm confused why you ran into trouble with this. This doesn't seem like the kind of thing you would run into trouble with. Oh. I didn't choose to filter dead groups, I'm just, or copy dead groups, I'm just checking and ignoring them if they've got HP less than 0. All right, let's check that. 621, that looks fine. 1606, that looks fine. I think that I'm going to declare this good. All right. Excellent. And that completes day 24. Typically, day 25 is a little bit lighter, so I will see you all in about 22 and a half hours. Have a good night, folks.